back to my practically imperfect life. When I started filming today, I thought to myself, it's been a hot minute since I posted a video. I think the last one I did was a couple days before Christmas. That was the decorating the dining table and doing the floral arrangement and all of that. And I had a lot of fun doing holiday related videos this year. So hopefully, they helped you out, gave you some ideas and inspiration for things to do, in your own homes or with your own families, whether that's this year or next year. But now back to our regularly scheduled program, so to speak. I did get a little bit of filming done last week before Christmas. So I have a few videos that I'm just taking my time to get edited and scheduled to post over the next few weeks. I did a Q2 update because we did finish our second quarter of school. And we had a lot of fun with that one, especially since we were, implementing kind of all of the Advent studies and things like that. I've got a few more videos on kind of like the How Do I series, teaching different subjects as well for you. And then just some videos that are a little more mom focused as well. Also, if you follow any of the Homeschool Show and Tell series, Abby from Rooted in Rest and the channel The Waldeck Way, they host the Homeschool Show and Tell series every month. We have videos coming, I think it's next Wednesday, that's all about kind of our New Year homeschooling goals and things like that. So a few things coming out in the next couple of weeks. But today I thought I would just kind of chat a little bit, give you a little bit of an update on what's happening and take you through a day in the life with me. I think a lot of us are definitely feeling the urge to, suddenly like massively clean our homes. We hosted a Christmas brunch, and then, we had family Christmases, and somehow the house went from beautifully clean before everyone showed up to a giant disaster in every single room. Like every room is a mess. Our Christmas storage room, our overall storage room is down in the basement, which is where our homeschooling room is. And so when I decided it was time to start pulling the Christmas decorations down, it all moves to the basement, then it gets packed up in totes, and then it gets put away into storage. And so the basement is like a disaster. And we are starting back to school on Monday, January 2nd. So we got to get the schoolroom back in order and get things ready to go for a new school week. My dining table that looked so pretty for Christmas Day is now a collection of everything. Like everything that didn't have a home is there. And then all of my shelves throughout the home that had holiday decor on it are currently empty because I have all of the things I pulled down in boxes. So I got to get those put up and put away. And I don't know. Tell me if you feel this way. Like, I just want my home back kind of in order now. Like, I love the holidays. I love holiday decorations. I mean, my husband tells me I go crazy with it, and I do. I go a little overboard, but I just want it, back in order. And then I think on top of that, it's just we've had a lot going on family-wise. So like many of you, we had really foul weather last week, right before Christmas. We had rain on Thursday, and then like an Arctic air came in, and then it suddenly flash froze everything. And then we got snow, and then we had winds that were like 40 miles an hour, 40 to 50 miles an hour. So we had blowing and drifting, everything was frozen. And it wasn't so much the snow that was the issue, it was the fact that there was this thick layer of ice under everything. And it was awful to drive on. I'm a home care nurse, and I had to work on Christmas Eve. And I don't think I drove over 20 miles an hour, like anywhere I went. It was kind of like nerve-wracking to drive around, and just not the best weather. It was a little bit better on Christmas, like a little bit warmer, and so you could get to places. You just had to go really slow. So we did. We had our guests over in the morning, and we went to another family Christmas in the evening. It was just taking it slow, and it really wasn't until about Tuesday when it started to warm up. It's Thursday now. It feels kind of like a heat wave because we went from wind chills in the negative 30s, which were brutal, to it being, in the mid 40s today. So, I mean, that's a huge swing. And so everything's it's kind of wet and rainy and damp outside. And, it doesn't look really pretty, but it feels a lot better. So we still have Christmas lights hanging on the house, but I don't anticipate getting up on a ladder today to get those down. And then on top of that, my kids, one of their grandmas, went into the hospital early in December. She'd had a fall, and she called me, and I took her to the hospital, and she ended up getting admitted, and has just had a lot of serious subsequent health issues since then. Um, I don't want to, give away her personal information, but she's had multiple surgeries, and she was on a ventilator over the Christmas holiday, and they finally removed that. And last night, my kids were finally able to talk to her on the phone. When you're in the ICU and things like that, there's visitor restrictions, so no one under 18 was allowed to go in. And then they have a lot of other limits right now, just because of the high rates of flu and COVID and things like that that are going on right now. So they can't go into the hospital yet to see her, but they were able to talk to her on the phone. And it kind of broke my heart a bit because, she couldn't talk well. I mean, when you've been on a vent for a while, it takes a while for your strength and your voice to come back. But, she was trying to answer them. And my kids, my daughter is very much kind of like me in her mindset on a lot of things. She doesn't want to be a nurse, but she very much goes into kind of nurse mode when she's talking about things, like very pragmatic, practical, like how can we fix this? What's the next thing we need to do? Kind of analyzing the situation. So she'd make a great nurse, but she doesn't want to be one. And my son is more of the type that wears his heart on his sleeve, and feels very deeply about things. And so the last couple of weeks with that going on, we've been trying to keep them updated on what's happening with their grandma. They're old enough now that I don't sugarcoat anything. They know exactly what her status is and exactly what's going on, and they know that I'm a nurse, so I can answer these questions that they might have about things. What's happening? What's this treatment mean? What's this surgery mean? And things like that. So been trying to do that with them, just being very upfront and honest about things. But we, it was a prayer answered for her to be off the ventilator, and she still has a long way to go. But we are keeping her in our prayers, and the kids are anxious to be able to actually go and see her. And I think once they've put eyes on her, and they can see for themselves how grandma is doing, they'll feel a lot better. So if you pray for other families, we ask that you keep our family in your prayers, and their grandma in your prayers, because so my kids have just a really special relationship with both their grandparents and their great-grandparents. They have spent a lot of time with them, as they've grown up. And it's hard. It's hard when you see a grandparent going through things like this. So please keep us in your prayers, because we are definitely praying every day that she recovers and can be home soon, and getting back to enjoying the things that she loves. So anyway, before I get too emotional talking about this, because it just pulls at my heartstrings, today we're going to see what we can get done. My kids are getting ready to leave for the majority of the day. They're super excited. They're going to a Purdue basketball game, and they are currently getting ready. They're garbing all of their Purdue gear that they got from my mom for Christmas. And that'll be just a fun day away for them. But that also gives me free reign over the house to work on some cleaning and organizing and redecorating. So I thought I would just take you along for it. Maybe it'll help motivate you if you've got cleaning and organizing to do in your own home. And we'll just have some fun with it today, guys. So we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay, just so you can see what we're starting with. So the dining table has got just a huge mess on it. I mean, I started putting stuff away. I have a few things to pack away. I still have to toss my old arrangement, but we just kind of throw everything on the table as we're working on stuff, and it needs cleaned off. And then behind it, okay, so the shelves are now empty, had all Christmas stuff on it, so they need to be cleaned and kind of reset. Not sure how I'm gonna put things back out, but we'll just play around with it and see what we can do. Before I go and pull up the stuff to set up, I did just get this in the mail. This is from Daily Grace Co. They had their $5 and $10 sale, so I ordered a few things. So I got this devotional, Redeeming Your Phone Time, a Bible Study Companion. I got the Attributes of God. I thought this looked interesting because we talk about these in different studies. There's a lot of questions like, which attribute of God does this show? And sorry about that. The dog decided to bark at the Amazon man. Chosen, a study of the book of Ephesians. Oh, come out. Mercy in the Storm, book of Jonah. And 40 Days with Jesus, the study of the life of Christ. So this is actually going to be a Lent study. So I will hold this back for us to do in our homeschool. And then the rest of these are all probably will be ones that I will do. Some of them I might pull some aside to do as one of our Bible studies. I do have some already planned out for the rest of the school year, but we'll see. But most of them are, 4 to 5 weeks, maybe 6. So they're pretty short studies, but really have enjoyed those.
Finally an ending. One more hour is more than you can take. It's in everything you're doing. You know it's there and it's there for a good cause. And we'll dance to our own heartbeats and wonder what kind of world we're living on. And here is one for the road. Nobody cares and everyone's on the run. Run to clear your mind. I know it's all there is to be. Slowly erase your destiny.
Okay, this is the next area that's gotten really bad. Just the coffee bar. Ugh, nobody's been cleaning, and a bunch of extra stuff's gotten thrown on there. Our Keurig finally bit the dust. It stopped working, and I don't know if it just needs descaled or whatnot, but my other coffee maker has a coffee pot attachment. So we've been using that, so it seems kind of silly to have the Keurig. My daughter's asked if we could just put the full-size coffee maker up. And then down here in these storage drawers underneath, this has just gotten bleh. I mean, what a mess. It's just a hodgepodge of a bunch of coffee-related stuff. And we got a whole bunch of random water bottles that we don't always use, and the coffee mugs are a mess. So let's clean this up.
You will be just fine. Don't you ever down, 'cause we got it covered. Everyone here knows what's on your mind. Don't you ever down, 'cause we got it covered. So let it out, just let it out. And even if it rains, love will be the ruler.
Okay, not the most ideal, but much better. At least it's clean. So full-size coffee maker is now out. So we can do some full pots, and then, I don't know, I'm gonna see if I can get the Keurig working, and I might gift it to my brother. He just got his first home and needs a lot of things. And while I was cleaning out stuff, I found a Starbucks gift card, which is just kind of cool. I have no idea if it actually still has $10 on it, but we'll give it a shot and see. But yay for happy finds.
So as you can probably tell, the schoolroom space is a giant mess too. All of our Christmas stuff kind of filters down here, and then I get it all packed up and then move it away. And then we did projects. We made
sweatshirts for the grandparents. The kids have this like old tradition of making like the handprint sweatshirts every year, so you can see how big they've grown and everything. And side note, my son's hands look like gorilla hands, like they're huge on the shirt, and then my daughter's got like little tiny petite hands, so it was kind of funny. Anyways, we just kind of left stuff as we were doing things, and a big old mess. And we are going to be starting school back up next week, so I'm going to get all of this cleaned up and then get our stuff pulled out for next week and kind of reset. So I'll kind of show you some of the things that we're going to have ready for next Monday when we go back to doing school.
Well, guys, I think that's going to wrap things up for today. Hopefully this gave you some inspiration to do a little bit of organizing and kind of a reset after the holidays in your own homes. So I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas and you have a safe and happy New Year. I'll see you in the next one.